This week on Silver Screen, varsity cheerleaders win state, earth science classes set off volcanoes, and students receive recognition for their hard work.
Good afternoon, Dutch Fork. Today is Friday, November 21st, and your Silver Screen report starts now.
Excellence comes in all forms, but on Wednesday morning it came in the form of Dutch Fork students. Teachers nominated students who they felt showed excellence in and out of class. Malik Brazil checks it out.
Wednesday morning, Dutch Fork represented stellar students with the Excellence in the Making ceremony.
I think you need a hard-working ethic. You need to be respectful to your teachers and your classmates, and overall just a bright personality.
Excellence in the Making has been taking place for years at Dutch Fork High School. I'm actually not sure the exact year that it started, but it's become a tradition at Dutch Fork High School, and it is a great time to celebrate our students who consistently do a good job each and every day, to give them some recognition and to allow the parents and the teachers to dote on them just a little bit.
The feelings instilled from the ceremony give students a sense of pride and accomplishment.
It kind of just makes my day that someone thought of me to nominate me for this. I think that's really sweet that to know that you stood out to somebody.
This is actually the second year in a row that I've been nominated, and it's really nice. It's really pleasing to me to know that all my teachers think of me this way.
Even though the post-ceremony banquet included donuts and muffins, the reason the commemoration was enjoyed was because of more abstract reasons.
What I like most about the Excellence in the Making Award is that there's no criteria, that you can be nominated for absolutely anything, from service to character to compassion to effort to just about anything. Anything that a student is doing a good job at and the teacher or staff member happens to take notice of it, they can be nominated for an award and get some recognition for that.
I guess just to remember that they, because they're, people think of them as excellence in the making, that there are people who believe in them and know that they can reach their full potential and that they can do something awesome for the world.
I think it's important because it'll give students a chance to understand their true potential and show them what they're really capable of and what they can become capable of in the future.
This has been Malik Brazil with your Silver Screen Report.
Have you heard the orchestra classes lately?
Yeah, they sound really good, and I heard they got a new teacher. Ariana Mount checks it out.
Symphonies of classical music cascade through the music hall as the new orchestra teacher conducts his classes.
This is my 9th year in the district, I think. I used to teach at Chapin Middle School and Chapin High School. Been playing the cello for 20 years.
I think Mr. Washington is really cool, and I like the way he teaches, and he's an excellent cello player.
He's more driven, so if we mess up on something, he's going to make us play it again until we get it right, and that really helps us a lot to sound better as a group and as a whole.
Because Washington is a young teacher, students admire his new vibe he has brought to the orchestra program.
Well, he's younger, so I think he brought a more fresh vibe to it. It's good to have somebody that's close to your age so that you can kind of identify with them and they know what you like so you can agree on things.
He brings a lot of pizzazz, and he's very passionate about the way he plays and how we play. And I think he cares more.
This is a great school as a whole, from what I've seen and what I've heard. It's a great place to be, and the students are wonderful, well-behaved, good kids.
Washington is preparing the master class for the winter concert.
We've got a couple of classical pieces that are pretty famous, and we've got one piece that we're doing by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Should be pretty fun.
This has been Ariana Mount with your Silver Screen Report.
Last week we adopted junior Clayton Jones to produce his own story for Silver Screen for a week. Here's what he did.
Spray paint, screwdrivers, and clay are just some of the things 3D art students use to make.
They're completing 10 projects. Right now they're working on their breadth portfolio for their AP portfolio, which is just a section of 3 different portfolios they're going to be submitting. I think we're on our 5th project this year.
The bond of the class has been achieved throughout the year.
It's a container that holds a special piece of who you are. And basically she asked us to choose 2 objects that explained us. and I chose a screwdriver just because I like electronic things and stuff. So that's basically it.
The students aren't graded like a typical class.
Really hard on that in our critiques and offering each other feedback and just going through visual problems together. And they really didn't know each other before they started the class, but through the projects we've gotten that vibe that you're sensing by working together.
The work is mainly it. Participation is not really part of it because, I mean, you're expected to do it. So it's basically just the work.
This has been Clayton Jones for your Silver Screen Report.
Commercial design is a class that combines the aspects of graphic design and advertising, and teaches students how to create logos and packaging design, as well as stationery design and all sorts of print media for different companies around Columbia.
The experience of actually making real logos for people, that was pretty interesting and intense, but in the end it was really fun because they might actually use them and you might actually get paid for it, so that was really nice.
It was definitely one of the best experiences I've had in an art class. I actually had a lot of success, and I actually won $50 from taking the class, and it's also helped me a lot with like choosing a career.
It was really cool working with like real world people. We got to work with bands, like actual companies and products, which is something that I actually want to do when I'm older.
I decided to take commercial design because I have friends who have like graduated college and they have done it as a career, and it seems like it's a pretty cool thing to do.
Students have designed things for several local vendors. They just last year worked on the Dough Factory on Harbison in the mall. They've worked on the consignment shop also on Harbison. And little local food vendors around Columbia.
We'd get a brief from the company that says what kind of colors they want, like what their design, what they want it to look like, and then we'd research like what colors make you feel a certain way or what fonts would work best, and we'd do a bunch of drafts on the computer and then finally have a layout, and they'd come and look at it and tell us what they thought about it.
What I did is first I just they gave us a magazine that we had to make an advertisement for, so I chose the store downtown called Cupcake, and then I went in and asked them if it'd be okay if I could like take pictures and stuff, so that was really fun and felt very like professional, like go and take pictures. And then we spent a lot of time like in the lab like working on computers and stuff, and then we had to present it to and we had to send it to the people from the magazine, and they gave us like feedback, so it was really cool. Commercial design was my favorite class that I've ever taken in high school. It was really fun and I really enjoyed it.
Earth Science teacher Matthew Allen's class showcases volcano projects on Tuesday. Lacey Jeter watched the eruptions.
The smell of vinegar and baking soda, paper volcanoes, and mini eruptions. Mr. Allen's Earth Science students presented their volcano projects on Tuesday in the science lab during 2A.
When I got in class, I was so excited to hear that we were like gonna erupt volcanoes. Like that's really like, you know, a childhood wish that never really came true.
Essentially, I think that it helped me better understand a real-life volcano and its habitat.
Miss Rao's Earth Science class and Miss Kerr's Environmental Science class also watched the students test out their volcanoes.
Mr. Allen did an awesome job. His class actually made volcanoes. All the Earth Science classes are studying volcanoes, but Mr. Allen actually had it as a project that his class made a volcano and then they tested them. He invited Miss Kerr's and I to come down and watch, and they did an awesome job.
It looked cool, but ours was sadly one of the only ones that just, for whatever reason, like was slow to erupt. So I was like, oh, like the table before us like did a really cool explosion, and ours was like.
Some students thought the volcano presentations were insightful and interesting.
They actually performed like a real volcano. I think that's kind of like almost like magic. It was very odd, but it was cool. Like you always see it on TV, like people making the volcanoes, and you never actually see people make them in real life, so I thought it was neat.
When I went on a missions trip, one of our options was going to see a volcano, but we never got to, so yeah, I've always wanted to see one and like just, you know, be near one because I think it's really cool.
I think the volcano project was a good ending to the study of volcanoes. It put some fun into the subject. I actually gave my students a chance to do a volcano as an extra credit project, but he actually made all the students in the class do it. And I think I'm going to follow his lead next semester in Earth Science and actually have my kids make one as well.
This has been Lacey Jeter with your Silver Screen Report.
The SAT word of the week is detonate, a verb meaning to explode or cause to explode suddenly and violently.
The crowd roared as the Silver Foxes won yet another game, propelling them forward in the playoffs. Last week they played Malden, and this week they played Dorman. Here's a recap. The Dutch Fork football team played Malden in the first playoff game of the series.
The atmosphere is really fun. It's fun to be around your peers and cheering on the best school in the state.
We're always focusing on our state, trying to get 2 in a row. It means a lot to us seniors. Seniors are always working hard for us to get back-to-back.
We're continuing to, be in the top echelon of high school football in South Carolina, and that's what our goal was. We want everybody to talk about Dutch Fork, and we liked having the target on our back or our front. We want people shooting at us. We always get everybody's A game.
The game was a shutout with a final score 49-0.
It's really exciting because I know our football team is good, so I know we're going to make it to the playoffs.
I hope this is Dutch Fork's time of year in football. We hadn't played real great all year in the regular season, but we've got a good enough record in 10-2. I think everybody'd like to be 10-2, but we hope we play our best football during playoff time.
For the school, it'll probably mean a lot because there's so many state champions coming through already through the senior class, and I'll gladly, in the senior class as the football team, will add to it.
We really enjoy being there to, get the crowd going and support our team.
Playoffs is more high intense. Everybody's focused in. It's the last few moments. It's do or die, so it's very intense.
For next week's game against Dorman, both players and coaches agree that improvements need to be made.
I hope we've improved a lot. Dorman beat us 48-39. We had a bunch of turnovers. We did not play good defense, and our kicking game wasn't particularly strong.
Improved right awfully very well, especially on defense. I feel like our defense is playing the best as it's been throughout the whole year. Also, offense is rolling, so I feel like we're going to have a pretty good chance of winning.
They improved a lot of their plays, and they've gotten better. In defense, their last game they did really well. We got a pretty strong team.
I think our football team has improved offense and defensively, but mostly on the defense side, we've always had a strong offense, but our defense has really stepped it up this year.
But we feel pretty good against Dorman. Feel like we're going to beat them. They should not have won last game. They won on our mistakes.
This has been Jamie Gilbert-Fitzpatrick with your Silver Screen Report.
For this week's Kids in the Hall, we asked students what makes playoffs so exciting.
It's exciting to get to support the school and excited that we might go to state championship again.
It's exciting because you get to win another ring for your school.
It's just fun to go to the games and be on the road to state and get a state championship because that's always good.
It's football, and the competition, everyone's really hyped. Everyone's trying to win the game, and no one wants the season to end. No one wants to go home, and so it's the playoffs. Everyone loves it.
Months of hard work paid off last Saturday when the Dutch Fork varsity cheerleading team won the state championship. Michaela Baker was there.
Your class, 4A, state champion, Dutch!
It's just indescribable. It's like, I don't know, I can't even explain it. It's everything that I've ever dreamed of.
I made the team in 8th grade, and so I've been trying for 5 years now, and it's just so amazing, especially with this team. And it's just finally here, and it's so great. I'm so happy right now.
It's just surreal. It doesn't feel real. I'm just proud of these kids. These are amazing kids, and they've worked really hard.
This is what we've been working for all year, and it feels good to finally win, because we didn't think we would come this far, but we got here.
Honestly,
honestly, at practice, we have never hit this routine, ever. Like, today was the first day we've hit this routine, like, perfectly. And I just think it's, like, consistency and just, like, hard work and attitudes are definitely, like, a big part of it. And this team is so great. We have the best attitudes ever.
I've been at this for 4 years, and I feel so accomplished finally getting what I've always worked for.
I mean, I've been with these girls since 7th grade, and so they're like sisters to me. They're just not a team. Like, it's just not a team. They're definitely family.
This is one of the best group of seniors I've ever had, and this feels even better because I've had these girls for so long.
I'm really sad I had to leave, but like at least I went out with a bang, and like we did it for like not only like our school but like for us, and especially for our coach, because like she needed it. Like this one's for her.
If you would like to see the full cheerleading routine and pictures from the championship, check out foxfusion.org. This has been Michaela Baker for your Silver Screen Report.
In Dutch Fork news, the varsity football team plays Dorman in the second round of the playoff games tonight. The game is at 7 and tickets are $7. The girls basketball team plays against Dreer this Saturday at 11:30. December 2nd, the boys basketball team will take on Dorman at home. Listen to the afternoon announcements for more information. And that's all for your sports. Let's go to Jamie for some announcements.
Thanks, Sam. In other news, PTSO will be selling Spirit Gear all lunches on Tuesday. The Lit Mac is continuing to accept artwork, poems, short stories, and just about anything else. If you're interested, email dflitmac@gmail.com. And don't forget to sign up for any of our awesome journalism classes next year. Journalism 1 or Intro to Mass Media are both year-long electives offered through the English department. Thanks for watching. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving break, and we'll see you on December 5th show. Shut up! It says set off volcanoes, right?
I did it in one try, blame me.
All right, Pete. I was like, well, first Sam, then nerd.
Have you heard the new girl orchestra?
All right, got it. Won yet another game.
Disgusting today. Wait.
Won yet. Why do you guys do that to me?
I was like.
Oh, that's what you did. Hey.
Hey, good afternoon.
This week, all right.